Coach Prime, baby, Coach of the Year. Let me just say that Deion Sanders, the best coach ever. I'm saying it right now. What about Nick Saban? Trash. It's all about the Colorado Buffaloes right now. Shador Sanders hurt. That young man poised in that pocket. And throwing rockets. That's what we're doing right now. 3-0. 3-0. ESPN, Fox, all y'all right now, y'all need to cover the Colorado Buffalo every game right now. I don't want to see nobody else. All I want to see is hats and glasses. It's personal, baby. Yeah, Colorado State, trash.
305 Mafia. Yeah, look, they love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York. So if you're located in one of those locations, make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. Of course, I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mase.
Woo! Let's go. Cowboys are back. Colorado.
It's Team Colorado now?
Boulder in the house. What, only you could do it again?
Yo.
Yeah.
When I said the buff, you was disrespecting the buff. You said the buff. You was disrespecting. Who are you today? Who are
I'm
you?
Coach Prime. Yeah.
Nah. First of all, I was on the bandwagon last week. What's going on today, bro? What's going on before I even...
I'm on the bandwagon. I run with the winners. Yeah.
You spoiled everything I was trying to do. You spoiled the whole shit what I was trying to do. Go ahead, go. Yeah. What you got to say?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, Colorado in the house. Tupac Shador, you know. West side. This how the West was won. How you feeling, Cam?
What's up, homie?
How you feeling?
I got a bunch to say. I don't know if you have anything to say before I say what I got to say, man.
Go ahead.
I had a whole shit I was going to do. You fucked up everything. I ain't going to lie. You fucked up everything, man. Me and Stat had a whole shit. You came in. Fucked up though.
Act like Coach Prime is not here.
Yo, listen.
Do what y'all would do.
It's too late. I don't want to do it no more.
Mess it up.
You won today. you won, bro. Listen, man. Me and Stat went to the game.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. A fucking nail biter pause. Listen, man. I wasn't on the field for like probably 80% of the game. You know, I usually play the field. I was like, at halftime, I was like, I'm not going to the locker room. I'm not going on the field. Coach Prime going to go crazy on these niggas. I'm not even going back down there. So I stayed up in the skybox. Pardon me and Stat, Bub, Tito. Everybody was up there. Shout out to Desi. Offset was there. Everybody was there. Lil Wayne was there.
Yeah.
Chauncey Billups was there. Listen, man. The Rock was there. The nigga Dion Moms came in. So let's do play-by-play for us for being Stat. You know, we get there. We get in the locker room, pause. You know how we do. I see Prime Mother come through. Niggas move out the way. I says, that Prime Mother? I said, oh shit, right before the game start. Mom Dupe hop up on the podium. The Rock get up there, pause. Dion get up there.
Somebody said something about your mom. He didn't directly say something about mom, but he alluded to the fact that his mama raised him, and my mama didn't raise me right.
So we're not taking that, Grandma. We're not taking that, Grandma.
I raised him right. I also told him to always be yourself. And if you have to kick ass, kick ass.
Give me my theme music.
They said, so Prime, like niggas said, my mother ain't raised me right. You know, he ain't said just like that, but no.
Yeah.
No, I'm being Coach Prime now. He said, well, they said that my mother didn't raise me right.
Yeah.
And the coach didn't outright say it like that.
Yeah.
But you implied it.
Yeah.
So when you imply something, it's ignorance to something about that you don't know. So I have my mother here. And basically, Mom Duke said, look, I raised them right, and sometime when you gotta kick ass, you gotta kick ass. Niggas was on one motherfucking shallow yelled out, we ain't having that shit, Grandma. Fuck is they talking about, Grandma? We ain't having that shit.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit, this is serious family business going on right now.
This is big business.
Word, so we go out there, everybody's fucking hype, and fucking Colorado State came to play, man.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers came to play. They ran the whole fucking play, the same crossing route the whole fucking game. Number 14, number 4. And no disrespect to y'all, I was so caught up in the game. I'm just calming down. That y'all do deserve some just due. But they was fucking running these cross routes, killing them. Suck ass nigga number 11 targeting my nigga Travis Hunter. That was straight up targeting.
Yeah,
that was straight targeting.
Wild.
And for niggas not even to call that's wild disrespectful. Like who the fuck don't see that was targeting?
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers down to halftime, you know what I'm saying? Now don't get it fucked up. Shall put that pick 6 early. I said, oh shit, it's lit. It's lit. It's lit. No, you know, everybody go crazy. It been crazy in Boulder for 7 days.
Yeah.
Niggas go, yeah, let's go. Oh, it's going crazy. Then these motherfuckers just started winning. You know what I'm saying? Now we down at halftime. And I'm like, fuck, B. I'm not going down that field. I'm not going to the locker room. It's one of them shits everybody's like, you better stay a fuck away. Because at halftime, niggas usually go to the locker room too. Niggas like,
halftime go crazy.
Niggas like, nah. Let's stay away from the locker room. It don't seem like we need to be in the locker room. And the game keeps going on and on and on, and they won't do shit. Now, you know, Travis Hunter, he left at halftime because he was hurt. So Shador didn't have his main target. And it was just looking real fucking scary for me. We all stressed out. We all, every auntie. Now, mind you, we in the skybox with the family.
Right.
Everybody's scared. I'm getting aunties and niggas is drinking, niggas fucked up. These niggas scoring touchdowns, niggas. This is half the skybox right here.
Like, dang.
We got time though, right? We got time.
Yeah.
We got time. Niggas score another touchdown. How much time left? It go from we got time to how much time left.
Like a minute.
So now niggas is like, damn, man. So now we coming towards the end of the game. Stat, give them your play. I know you're moderator. Give them from where you at.
So there was like a minute or so left in the game. We all were stressed and everybody got silent. It was mad silent. We're glued to the TVs. One point the TV turned off, so then we had to go to the skybox to look outside.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting. We're just waiting and trying to see what's going to happen. We're just like, come on, Colorado, we all lit right now. It's supposed to be a party. It wasn't a party at that moment.
Fucking party
it
for
wasn't
38 minutes.
Yeah, and so then last minute, I mean, shoot, like Shador had a great offensive drive and they had a 2-point conversion and it was lit.
Listen,
The
she
whole
want to
vibe
give a whole
changed.
moderator how to
The
fucking
vibe
go. I'm trying
changed.
That
to
was
give you the
98
opportunity.
pause,
I'm trying to
98
give you-
yards.
I'm trying to
You
let you do the shit the way you do it. Nigga, it's a minute and 47 seconds left. The punter, this is the greatest punt ever. He land the shit, roll on the 2.
Yeah.
So now niggas is in the skybox like, the fuck is now? How we? So now niggas want to punt it on the 2.
Yeah.
With a minute and some change left. So now we like, so now what niggas want us to do is go 98 yards in a minute and 30, 47 seconds and a 2-point conversion. So now niggas is like, shh, we get a play. We get up the field. Penalty. Bring it back. God damn, that's a 15-yard penalty. Shit, 47 seconds left. Get it up the field again, another 20, 30. Penalty. Another, yo, you won't make it out this shit. You keep this shit up, nigga. You will not make it out this bitch, nigga. Motherfucking get another penalty. 3 penalties on a 98-yard drive. Finally, Shador shakes free, pause, scores the touchdown with like 30 seconds. Now we going crazy. Now we like, yeah. But niggas like, hold on. We gotta get 2. We gotta get 2. We gotta get 2. So now he gets the 2. I promise I didn't go. Me, Stat, Bubble, we all stay.
Yeah.
Desi, Migos, Offset,
Yeah.
Key Glock.
Yeah.
The whole shit. Time to go to the field. Niggas rush the field in 30 seconds. I said, yo, it's still going to be overtime. I don't even want to go down there till we lock it in because I don't want to see Coach Prime after this loss, man. So make a long story short, you see the rest. Fucking Shador killed in overtime. That man finished with like 360-something yards. Had his first interception that was not his fault.
Yeah.
As for interception, I know everybody on this USC Williams guy, but goddamn, my nigga, if that wasn't the Heisman moment, 98 yards, 1 minute 47 seconds left, 2-point conversion, 2 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion in overtime. I don't know what the fuck y'all want from a nigga when it comes to this. Now, secondly, the Buffaloes were only predicted to win 3 games this year. So if they win one more game, I'm not saying this is our goal or anything like that, but if you win one more game, everything is house money because you only predicted us to win 3 motherfucking games. So after the game, you know what my man talking about. This is, listen, I've seen a lot of stars, even Dion, I've seen Michael Jordan. I've never seen nobody this smooth. Game over, here go your man. Nah, they left a little bit too much time on the clock, so it was cool with me. I wasn't really thinking too much of it all. All I was doing was just waiting to pull a watch on him. That's all I was waiting to do. Nigga said, what was you thinking? Nah, Brady mode, man, He's just thinking Brady mode, man. I'm pretty sure he texts me by that time I get back to the locker room, He texts me because what happens is when you mess with Pops, we take that personal, so we did this for Pops, man. And this is what happened when you leave too much time on the clock. But, that's what's up, man. I was waiting to do one of these on him. I said, yo, who the fuck? Now he comes in the locker room. Niggas is feelings all emotion. Gets up on podium, start. Just like this, same speed.
Too cool for TV.
Who the fuck is this kid? Yo,
it's Tupac Shador.
This nigga's the smoothest, nicest nigga I ever seen in my life. Too fucking smooth. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to Coach Prime after the game. Coach Prime says, well, this is resilience. This is resilience. And sometimes when you're on a flight, drink shake and it's turbulent, but you land safely. And that's what we did today. Now, everybody's talking about they wait for this kid Shakur to fall. I mean, you got me saying Shakur too, but they waiting for Shador. Fall ain't gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen, baby. I coached the kid from the time he was 6 years old, and now the only games I actually missed was when I was hospitalized and he killed that. See, I don't know if y'all TVs didn't work or not, but he's been doing this, but I'm glad y'all get to see it. I said, who is this family? This family is fucking crazy, man. The mother, the father, the son, shout out to Shiloh too. Shout out to Camron Selman, interception, 2 interceptions in a row. Yo, I fucking love that school. I love what Deion's doing. Congratulations, coach. You did your fucking thing.
Yeah, shout out to Prom. Shout out to Prom.
Yo, now you. Now
He
you.
was like, maybe
You last
USC.
week say, we need to see. Yo, what kind of analyst are you, bro? How much do you need to see? You come in with a cowboy hat on today? That's what you're doing?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
The Cowboys been playing wonderful.
I know you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys been playing wonderful. This how I felt when you walked in with the Prime jersey on. So I'm just trolling you back.
That's fine. Let's play this whole week, boys. Let's do it. Let's do costumes.
I'm just showing respect. The man had almost 1,300 yards in a couple of games.
3 games.
10 touchdowns, only 1 interception.
That interception wasn't his fault.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a ratio, you know. So if everything ended today, he would definitely be the Heisman. We agree on that, right? If we ended today, he would be the Heisman. I told you this when we was talking about Travis Hunter. I said they're going to mess around and it's going to be Tupac Shadur. I told you that.
You went with Travis Hunter the first week.
I know, but I came back and I corrected
every week
that
you
for
switch up. Now you're a Cowboys fan. You first was a Chiefs fan.
No, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I'm just showing respect to where respect is due.
Are you a Chiefs fan or what?
I'm a Chiefs fan.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will.
We
not
definitely
a problem.
will talk about that
It's
later.
not a problem, bro. This is good, Stat. I'm done. Shout out to the Buffalo.
Yes. Make sure you gotta
go.
pull up. You
When
gotta
I said
pull
the
up.
Buff,
It was
you
so
was like,
lit.
oh, hey, yo, all this other shit. Yo,
Yeah.
man. Wild boy right there, man. You're a wild boy.
Yeah, it was super lit. And even at the locker room after Key Glock was performing, like that was some stuff I've never seen in my life, but it was so lit. So shout out to Colorado for real.
Yep.
Make sure you gotta pull up. You gotta pull up.
No, we don't want you. We don't want you at this point. We're fine.
He said you're too late.
We're fine. We've been saying for 2 weeks you're coming, pause, and you don't know.
Wait till you see my hat for the big game. Pause.
Who's the big game?
USC.
Oh, you would come. You only want to come when it's popping. You don't want to be in the mud.
New
with us.
hotness.
Yeah, the new hotness. The new hotness.
Nigga show up when you lit. It didn't look like BET out there. I'm not going to lie. It definitely looked like the BET Awards.
It's going to be crazier for USC, I believe.
USC going to be crazier.
Yeah.
Okay. As we know, Alabama is usually at the top of the rankings, but recently they've struggled. They're out of the top 10 for the first time since 2015. Do you think their overall program has finally declined?
Oh, yeah. We talked about this before. It's going to be extremely difficult for Nick Saban to be able to take that team and get all the players that he used to get. There's more money involved. It's more, and now it's Deion. I think Deion changed the whole landscape of coaching. Shout out to Prime.
I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Coach Prime supporters, you know?
You remember when we were filming in Miami and you said Deion got a lot of gaffle with him? That's what he said. He said he got a lot of reverend shit with him, and I don't know. This was all the way
I
back.
prayed on it. I prayed on it. Deion said pray on it. I prayed on
This
it.
dude right here,
Yeah.
man. You got your comeback sports and your one-liners is amazing, man. Listen, man, I think the AP top 25 listening to me. I said this shit last episode. I said, how do niggas, even though they won this weekend, how do they still be losing and be in the top 10? That's what I said last week.
Yeah.
Well, so they won. They was down at halftime this weekend. They on their third quarterback. They put the second string in for about 9 plays, then put the third string in for I don't know how many plays. They ran the ball really well. I looked at in the second half, but between both teams, how many yards they had? With 3 different quarterbacks, 194, and that's the opposing quarterback too. So, far as Alabama getting outside the top 10, about time y'all doing the right thing, man. They can't be losing second week, then not winning by a large margin. And look, they still top 15. They still fucking top 15. That shit is not fair at all. But, you know, my source is murder.
You talk today now.
I got my own day. what they told me was that the problem is Tommy Reese, the offensive coordinator.
Oh.
That's the real problem. That's why Nick Saban isn't really doing well this year. And they saying that
might make sense.
that's what
I'm gonna have
they
to
said.
call Day.
That's what they said. So we got to look out to see if Tommy Reese is on the hot seat. They said that they shouldn't even put the second string quarterback. He was jumping the gun, and the first string should have stayed in there and gave him some time because he's the best out of all three of them. So we'll see what happens. Let's keep an eye on Tommy Reese and if he keeps his job or not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And we're entering week 4 of the AP Top 25 poll, and Georgia is ranked number 1. Meanwhile, Florida State is ranked 4. Can you foresee these teams staying at the top?
Well, I gotta go. I gotta go with Florida. But I know Cam doesn't like this. I can see Florida there. It's just Georgia is making a strong run at that three-peat. I think when they set their eyes to do it. I was just on a plane with a few people from the Georgia team, and they, as I would say, gave me some insight. Georgia is going to be there when it's all said and done.
If you speaking to people from Georgia, who you think they're going to root for, Mase? I don't understand. They're from Georgia with the Georgia paraphernalia on, the merch and all that stuff. Do you think they're going to go for Texas? Of course they're going to tell you Georgia's going to win. That's just makes
Cam,
the most sense.
As you've been lied to so many times, you kind of know when somebody really believes it.
I don't think that they're lying. I think that they're really sincere. Look, Bub would tell you every year that Miami Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl. They ain't been there, and I don't know how
But
many
if he was to say it right now, I would be able to tell that he's lying. He is just fanfare.
It doesn't mean he's lying. He really means that. Is he right or wrong? We have yet to see.
It's a conviction that comes with champions.
When you start using conviction, I'm out. That's your word. I know it's that. I know it. You got it with conviction. I'm not going conviction with you. When you start getting, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, if we go conviction, cool. But I will say this is yesterday, even going to Colorado when me and Bud was talking, I said he wanted the best of mine. I don't know what we was talking about, but I said, listen, I'm not going to say it's an easy game. All the top teams yesterday struggled in the first half. Georgia was down at halftime. Alabama was down at halftime. Florida State was struggling. And that ended up being Colorado down at halftime. I think these games going to happen throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? You need these kinds of games to build character. And I don't think they'll have a bunch of problems. I'm talking about Georgia. I don't know about Alabama. They got a lot of shit going on. But, can't leave my Buckeyes out of this shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This all SEC. This is not your part of the town.
Can't leave my Buckeyes out of this.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. But I think everything's not always going to be a blowout week to week. I think teams are getting better around the country. And because of the portal, it's leveling the playing field.
Well, it'll be definitely interesting to watch. Let us know your favorite college team right now. And when we come back, we will talk about the 49ers and the Rams with our football analyst, AB.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. Much stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman wanna be free?
Welcome back. So let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. On Monday, the Steelers will play the Browns. Underdog Fantasy has Kenny Pickett at 204.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
Go with they. Tell me what they say.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little pause, a little bit what they told me now, because they are normally right. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give y'all all of my insight. But you talking about Kenny Pickett, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna go with what they said on this one. Over. We're going over.
Okay. Okay.
I think he can get past that many yards. I really do.
What was the
I think
exact
he can
amount of yards?
surpass it.
204 and a half.
I'm gonna go under.
Last game he had 195. He should throw more.
And yeah, I mean, but they only had 7 points. They might run the ball more. They didn't, he had.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, and
You might want to go with Day though.
no, I'm gonna go with my niggas. So, I'm going with my niggas. I'm gonna say under. Look, and I'm not saying. I just think that, and I don't know. It's just what it is. Sometimes when you have so much greatness, with an organization, it's just hard to find the chemistry to get back to where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the Steelers, even though I only believe it was like 2 championships, they was great. 3 championships that I know about since 2000. They're a great organization. And I'm not saying Ben Roethlisberger is Tom Brady or Drew Brees, anybody like that, but he definitely has 2 championships. He definitely has some good teammates. One of them are actually our football analyst, Mike Tomlinson, his coach. And when you take all that chemistry apart, sometimes trying to find it is difficult. I'm not going to be too long-winded about why I'm saying under, but I don't see the Steelers really doing well this year. I'm sorry, Stat.
It's okay.
I think that Mike Tomlinson, and I know that's home for him. I know he's cool with the owners and everybody else up there. I just think, and I still think he's a top 3, 4, maybe 2, depending on who you ask, coach. I just think it's time for a fresh start somewhere else because you're not going to trying to replace. Look at Bill Belichick trying to replace Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Trying to replace Drew Brees is a headache. You know what I'm saying? Jameis Winston. It's hard to replace greats, and I think they're going to be in that situation this year. So I'm going to go under.
Okay. George Pickens is at 3.5 receptions. Do you have him higher or lower?
Well,
Of course, higher. I mean, that's common sense.
Well, when they had Aaron Rodgers at a half a yard, and you thought that was common sense too.
Yeah, they might know something.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go higher for that.
Okay.
And not to cut you off, that all my shit been right. My picks, I think I'm about 6-2 to be honest with you. Last couple of weeks. I don't know what your record is with your picks. I've been keeping track of mine. People winning money and all type of shit.
I might be 10 for 10.
We only had 8 shows, Murder, since we started.
There's 2 more coming up right now.
No, good. Well, Murder. This is the shit I'm talking about. It's been 8 shows since we've been doing this.
You see my glasses?
For 10. No, I'm not letting you throw me off. You always try to...
I'm counting the ones we're doing now.
Listen, I'm telling you, you definitely haven't been 10 for 10 because you went over on Aaron Rodgers on a half a yard. So you couldn't be 8 for 8, let alone 10 for 10. We was both wrong on that. Pause.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Dude. And you know what's crazy, Murder? That's why I just caught you, though. Because at the end of the day, you could have caught me. We doing 3 picks a day, so it is more than 10 picks.
I'm letting you be right sometimes.
I'm right a lot of the time.
I'm letting you be right sometimes. Thank you, Ray. How are we going to have a good relationship if I don't let you win some of the time?
I don't want to be right if I'm wrong.
All right, okay. Well, I'll hold you to that. Since you don't want to be right if you're wrong, you were wrong last time.
About what?
You said Colorado lost to Colorado State, and they didn't even play last year.
Well, who'd they lose to? Tell me. Let me get. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm just here in case you want me to help you.
Yeah, let me know.
I am really a sports encyclopedia. I know
like
things.
Deion's a great wide receiver of all time,
and I got stats for that.
He got two wide receiving touchdowns, but you say of all time he's one of the best wide receivers.
Cameron,
did he say that?
You're moving the goalpost.
Did he say
We're talking
that?
about Colorado and Colorado State. They didn't even play them last year.
Okay, so who did Colorado beat last year? Who was the one team?
They didn't beat Colorado.
I asked you who they beat, Murder.
I want to stay on topic.
No, we're on topic. Who did they beat?
I don't want to answer that yet.
Exactly.
I want you to know that they didn't beat Colorado State.
Who they beat, who did they beat, Murder?
Cam, if we're going to be here, they expected me to tell you the truth.
I'm asking you the correct. That's why I'm asking.
I'll get back to that. But
no, I want to know now.
First, I want you to acknowledge that they didn't even play them.
I can't acknowledge something if you're not telling me the one team that they beat.
Bub is your guy.
Yeah, he's your guy too. Why is he
He's
just
been
my
giving
guy?
you wrong information.
He didn't give me that information. I'm asking you, and who did they beat last year?
Hey Cam, I'm gonna give you some information because that's
listening.
why I'm here to help.
I want you to help me.
All right,
Absolutely,
all right.
yeah, I'm listening.
Let me help you. Go ahead so I can come back to it.
I got it.
Okay. And lastly, on the Brown side, Deshaun Watson is at 199 and a half passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
This is tough, man, because I like Deshaun Watson. And what did he have last week? 154, I believe. I'm going to go low. I think it's going to take 3 or 4 games for him to have a breakout game with within that system, get familiar. Even though he's been there since last year, even though he couldn't play, I think just being on the field, getting familiar, being, get familiar with receivers and everybody else that he has to work with. I'm going to go lower just by a small margin. But I think in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we're going to see a big breakout game, a couple big breakout games from Deshaun Watson.
Cam, you're actually right.
Actually.
You're actually right.
Thank you. Is this the first thing I'm right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're actually right. He
Okay,
doesn't have his wide receiver, so he's definitely not going. He's going to be under. But thank you, Cam.
Lower.
Yeah, lower.
Right.
Lower.
So make sure to download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks as well.
Who did Colorado beat last year?
I got to go through my
You and
notes.
that iPhone 4. Listen,
Yeah.
man. That joint is not going to work in this 4K studio. That slow-ass iPhone 4 is not going to work in this studio. All right, come on, Stat. That's just still
Now we will be joined by our football analyst, AB.
Oh, shit. Oh,
AB.
shit. Middle finger up. Middle finger up. Yeah, middle finger up.
Yeah, they got you typing for the show, man. Who you arguing with, killer?
What
Coach
happened?
Slime. He arguing with Coach Slime.
Nah, because the nigga Murder was shitting on Dion in Colorado. Look what he come in here with. Eh? Look at his hat. Look at all this shit. The nigga was shitting on the Buffalo. Yeah, now he want to come in. Now he talk about the Cowboy. He a chief. He a chief. Don't feed into that, eh? Don't feed it. Don't do
Ain't
it.
you time management.
No, don't let him
He
do that.
know
Right?
what the
He trying
vibes
to,
are.
no.
He's with
you
the
know he trying-
ATM.
No, listen.
He's with the ATM. Let's
Yo,
go,
no,
AB.
listen. Hey, you very smart. This nigga trying to cut you off. Angel time. He was shitting on the fucking Buffalo, and then he down with the Colorado. See, you know what I noticed? You know what I noticed? Hey, no, I noticed because we did this with Desmond Bain.
Yeah.
Everybody who do your dance is not your friend. Hey, they trying to. That nigga trying to spin you, man. Don't go for it, man. What's good, man? How you doing today?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm out here in Detroit.
That's what's
Feeling
up.
good. Y'all watch the NFL recap.
Yo, you know, I seen you with Le'Veon Bell the other day, man. You know he's gonna be in Vegas next week, man. He's supposed to come on the show. Y'all want to do that together?
I would love to.
All
He
right.
actually here right now with me.
Oh shit, Todd nigga, I said what's up,
Yeah,
man.
so what's up?
Oh, what's up? What's good, Big Tom? What's the deal? Oh shit, man, the whole team, Bad Boys is back acting crazy. And they in Detroit. And they in Detroit, man. Love you too, man. Let's get to some football. You can tune in if you want, but you know, let's get to it, Steph.
I'll tune in. We'll top it.
Okay, that's lit. Okay. On Sunday, the 49ers beat the Rams 30-23, leaving the 49ers undefeated. Is it too early to say the 49ers will be playoff contenders?
Let A started off.
I like Brock Purdy, man. He's on a great start. 2 back-to-back big wins against big teams. He went in Pittsburgh last week. This week they rolling. They got a great run game. A young, hungry team, and I think they went far last year. I think they got they're hitting a great stride to start the season off.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that, and yeah, absolutely, I'm totally agreeing with everything you said. He had 206 yards. He had 220 last week, I believe. Do you think that he's a great quarterback or he's in Shanahan's system and he's a good game manager? Because I haven't seen him have one of them 390 games yet or 400-yard game. I think he's in the system. He's doing everything that works within Kyle Shanahan's system, which I think is a great system. But do you think he's a great quarterback or you just think he's in a good situation?
That's a good question.
I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a great quarterback, man. He possessed everything it takes to be a great quarterback. Leadership, he's poised, and he's a winner. I haven't seen Brock lose a game. You know what I mean? So every time he's out there, I think he's getting a team with the best chance to win. He's a general on the field. He's situationally, he control the ball. I think he make everyone around him better, and you can see it starting to reap the benefits starting this season.
You don't think that, and more power to him, but you don't think having a great run game with Christian McCaffrey helps that as well?
Yeah, but I think passing, run game always helps a young quarterback.
Right.
But passing win games, you got to throw the ball, to move the chains on third down. Third downs is high completions, passion plays, and you got to be able to throw the score. I mean, he putting up 200 yards a game. I mean, they're a balanced team, but they run the ball well. They throw the ball well situationally. I think we should check how many passes he hit over 25 yards, a couple big plays today. I think Purdy is a savvy young superstar quarterback. He's starting to hit his stride with stacking wins. And early on in the season, but 2-0, you got to watch Purdy. He's on to something.
That's what's up.
AB, are you saying that about passing just because you're a wide receiver?
No, I'm saying that because the NFL, you got to score a touchdown by passing. You run the ball, wear the team down, but to score touchdowns, it's by passing. So, when you watch Brock, man, he's a leader. He's a general right there. He looks serious. He's a competitor. He's making the throws on third down. We should, check his third down completion rates, his red zone hit ability. But I think this young guy's a stud, man. He's coming on hot, 2-0. The 49ers is rolling, looking like a big contender that'll come out of the NFC.
That sounds good. On the other side, what do you think about the Rams and their future moving forward?
I feel like the Rams, they had a taste of success early on, but I feel like they move on from a lot of their core guys that was a part of the success. Guys like Jared Goff, the quarterback, Jalen Ramsey. So I think, the Rams is continuing to find their identity within trying new guys and seeing what guys are capable of. But if I'm not mistaken, are they 0-2 right now?
I believe, no, they 1-1. Actually, they won last week.
They won today, huh?
No, they lost today to the 49ers, but
Yeah.
they won last week.
Okay.
But what I
I
will
feel
say,
like they wish.
what I'm saying is you said they moved off from golf, but they won a Super Bowl after they let them go.
Yeah, that don't make no sense, AB.
I mean, sometimes you got to stick with your guy. You might still could win.
They won
You
a
can't
Super
get
Bowl,
rid of
right?
your guys.
But they won a Super Bowl,
No,
right?
but you could have kept your guy, though. If you run the program, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep your guys. That's your guys, the core guys. But I think, that's what it's like when you win the program one year. If you're trying to create a dynasty, you're trying to win numerous of years.
Gotcha.
So
Makes sense. I get
Jared
it.
Goff lost today in Detroit. Shout out to Jared Goff because he was fighting his tail off today in Detroit as well for the overtime.
Oh, so that's why you on this golf shit, because you in Detroit today. So yeah, we on this Jared Goff shit, because niggas is in Detroit. So hey, yo, hold the fuck on that. Hold on.
AB is
Hold on.
wildin'.
Hold on.
AB
Hold on.
wildin'.
No. Hold on.
My songs out here killing the goddamn.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Detroit's a nice city, but Le'Veon and AB in Detroit at Lions games, niggas might be looking for them niggas. Like it might have been a meeting going on.
Yeah.
Is the GM for the Lions meeting with y'all niggas or something that we don't know about? Is some shit going on? What
Teddy
happened?
Bridgewater's put us in the will call.
Oh, okay.
Teddy Bridgewater put us in the will call, man. He's out here backing up Jared Goff on the Lions.
All Miami business, huh? Keep it all Miami business. Shout out to Teddy Bridge too. That's what's up, man.
Okay. And the Bengals lost to the Ravens, but they have yet to win a game. The Bengals were a favorite by many, but at this point, how are you feeling about their team, AB?
I feel like the Bengals got to get it together soon. You know, they just lost. They 0-2 in the division right now. They started off last year as number 1, the last 2 years. So I think they finally being challenged. And if they don't get it together soon, I think these games are going to come into play when it's November after Thanksgiving, when that's the shape of the playoffs.
I don't think that, and he tweaked his, I believe his calf today. I don't believe that Burrows is 100%. I think that he got this contract. He's like, I don't want to be sitting out right after I got this contract, and he's going out there to try and play as hard as he can. But I don't believe he's 100%. Start the second quarter, he only had 13 yards today. He ended up finishing with 222 yards. He ended up finishing with 222. But I believe because of this big contract extension that he just got, that he's forcing himself to play, and then he ended up limping off a little bit today. I think he should sit out and get it all together. I know they don't want to let the team down, but he's still young and he has a lot of time. But I don't believe he's 100% healthy. But to AB's point, you're absolutely right. Teams that start 0-2, it's only 19% to end up going to the playoffs. So don't look good for them right now.
This was your choice, Cam.
About
Joe
what?
Burrows was your choice over Pat Mahomes. You remember that? Or we need to go back
We're
to
talking
the
about
tape?
the Ravens, Mase.
Okay.
We're talking about the Ravens.
I'm just reminding you. You told me to remind you.
Yeah, a healthy
you
Joe Burrows. Yes, a healthy Joe Burrows.
You don't want to be wrong, and I let you be right. So I'm just reminding you that he's not Pat Mahomes.
No, his name is Joe Burrows.
I know.
And Pat Mahomes is not Joe Burrows either.
Yes, I know this.
Okay.
I'm saying he got the money like he was like Pat, and now we're seeing he's not like Pat.
He's hurt, Mace. He's actually hurt.
I know.
He's actually hurt.
That's
you come
what
in here
happened.
as a Cowboys fan and say you love the Chiefs for the last 4 weeks. Who's right or who's wrong? Okay. Well, how do you feel about today's game? You say your prime
The
time.
Cowboys won.
You say
The
your
Cowboys
You say
won.
you're Dion today, but 4 months ago I'm going to call Kev and I'm going to get the footage of you saying that he's running gaffle.
But he said pray on it.
Okay.
And we prayed on it.
I pray every night, regardless of the situation. I'm from the before you lay me down to sleep era. so I don't know.
There's so much He's a Capricorn.
No, you cappuccino. Your graduation cap. First, look,
AB, do you hear this? Killer say he pray every night.
I do. I'm definitely praying. I pray all day, actually.
AB, what you think?
Yo, AB, you know
Weigh in on this.
Yo, AB, you know what's crazy,
Don't
right?
get it twisted.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, AB, you know
Joe
what's
Burrow,
good?
that boy, though.
See? What I'll say is this. This is what I'm saying, AB, right? You gave your opinion about today.
Yeah.
I gave my opinion about today. Mace refuses to give an opinion about the game today. That's all we asked us about.
You
his
know
opinion.
why? Because I'm not. You see what I got on? Cowboys don't make opinions.
I like
Yo, AB, you go for the show. I don't even know you say me, said I like that. What the fuck? We up here to give our opinion, hey? We on the wrong show then.
No, that's the wrong. He's up here to make his opinion. I'm up here to tell facts. People want the facts
You haven't
from me.
given us a
They
fact
don't
all
want
day, Mace.
opinions
You,
from me.
you came up here saying you riding the bandwagon. You have not gave us who Colorado lost to, or the one team they beat last year. You have not given us one fact all game.
They lost on, I think that was about October 15, if my brain serves me correct. Last year, October 15. I think the team was California. California is what you're looking for.
We're going to double check that.
Yeah, you should. You should.
We will. We actually will.
You know, I'm a sports encyclopedia.
What about the game today? You know what? Since you can't tell us about Cincinnati, what do you think about the Ravens today?
Ravens?
The Ravens beat Cincinnati. What do you think?
Cameron, you're asking me about opinions. I'm really not. I'm here to tell people which team is going to win.
You don't know what's going on
when
today.
they're going to
That's
win.
what's happening.
No, I didn't wear these shades to give opinions.
What happened with the game today? The Ravens versus the Bengals.
Let me go in my notes.
Anyway, AB, man. So, where do you think where do you think that the Ravens stand today as far as them beating Cincinnati? They're 2-0, and I don't think Lamar has had his breakout game yet. We haven't been talking about Odell at all yet. You know what I'm saying? Odell is over there, and we haven't even mentioned his name. Do you think his time has passed? Or do you think that they both waiting for breakout games and they're getting familiar with each other? Pause.
I feel like as long as he's on a good team and they winning, I think he'll get an opportunity to show what he's capable of doing. But at some point, he's going to have to turn it on. It's still early in the season, and it's good that they're winning. Anytime's a team winning, and that'd be the great division game today on the road against Cincinnati. So I think, man, these guys – I feel like the Ravens got something great with Lamar Jackson. Is really hungry. He got the new contract. So I think he want to prove, what he capable of and get what he deserving of. So I think the Ravens in good plans. Odell need to get healthy to give him the best opportunity to be explosive. And I think as long as they win it and he's ready, it give him more opportunities to be successful.
Let me ask you an early pick, even though it's 2 games in. It's a division you played in. Who you think is going to win this division?
I think the Ravens going to win the division. I think Lamar Jackson is poised. I would like to see Joe Burrow cut it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Cincinnati was back-to-back, but I think Lamar Jackson hungry. They got young players, young run game, and I think they're finding ways to get it done right now. But we won't really know who's really for real till really after November. That's when we know after Thanksgiving, that's when the real balls start.
Got you. Do you want to chime in?
That's what I was going to add on to. You should ask me the things that really matter right now. The Ravens are not a team that really matters to me.
Okay.
Right. Interesting.
You got to make unity with your ops. Once you make unity with your ops, you create opportunities. Murder, just give us the opinion about the ops. We got unity with the ops.
Let them know, Murder. Let them know, AB.
That was real switchy.
I like that.
That was real switchy right there.
That's a fact. I like that.
I actually came here to talk about T.O. and all the other stuff. I didn't really come here to talk about Ravens and all that.
Yo, it's Monday morning.
I know
and
that.
You don't want to talk about what happened in the NFL yesterday. You talk about, listen, AB.
Murder bigger than the game. Murder bigger than the game.
Yeah. See, but at the end of the day, what are we here to talk about if we're not here to talk about football on Monday?
We're here to talk about football, but the stuff that really matters. I'm not a generic spokesman. You talk to me about things that really matter. Like T.O. and Stephen A. That matters to me. Yeah, I'm here for the hot topics. I'm not here for that.
I think Murder didn't see no games yesterday. That's my opinion.
You think so?
I believe. I'm not saying Murder ain't busy on Sundays.
The Giants.
I know Murder is busy on Sundays, but I think, and I know he's flying across the country. I think he missed a couple games today, and he don't know the facts about which is cool.
No. Please. Let me read my notes to you, sir. I came here to talk about all of the things that I was shared. Aaron Rodgers, him being hurt. Devin Haney.
New.
No, I'm saying these are the things that I was sent. I could only prepare for what I was sent.
Got you. My bad.
USF, Alabama.
So you blaming Stat.
Alabama.
This is
AI
Stat
robots.
Yeah.
I can only prepare for what I was sent.
This is true. You know what? You're absolutely right. But when you're a sports fan like me and AB,
racist and the racist DMs, I'm here for the hot topics.
You know, when
the stuff that really matters.
Me and AB, we just sports niggas, so we know this shit naturally. We don't got to really prepare. We watching football on Sundays. This is what we do.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. My nigga Will called in Detroit.
AB, on Sundays, I'm helping God's people. I got a lot going on.
I know.
I'm a real cowboy. You see what I'm saying? You see my hat? Like Prime tell you can't put nothing before God, baby.
That's a fact. I'm not even knocking that. That's a fact.
But I'm prepared for whatever she sent me.
That's a fact. That is a fact. I'm not knocking that.
Uncle Murder, I want to ask Uncle Murder something though. How you feel about
Slime? It's Coach Slime.
Coach Slime. Yeah, I like that. You saw the Holly Berry picture slimed out?
That was crazy. See, I'm here for that. I'm here for that kind of talk, you know? Stuff
So
that's going to make
you know-
ratings. Stuff that's going to send us viral, you know?
viral.
You think I wore this not to go viral?
I was thinking to myself, like, you know, when you a player and then analysts always talking about you, because as a player, you always got like one hater analyst that just be on your body, whatever you do. So I just feel like T.O. just got it out for Stephen A. So what you think about the analysts?
hold
being
on,
Yeah, we're
so-
gonna get into it.
Let's introduce that so the viewers know what we're talking about.
Okay. So
Yeah, let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go to that now.
Yeah,
son.
we're gonna touch on the Aaron Rodgers subject, then we'll go to break and come back to this. So we're on the same track. Okay. So Aaron Rodgers said the sounds of dolphins having sex are therapeutic for his body. He said there's ideas that some of the noises from the dolphins when they're lovemaking, the frequency of that is actually healing to the body. What are your thoughts on his statement?
Was he talking about the Miami Dolphins? What dolphins is he
The
talking
dolphins by
about?
the ocean.
That's crazy.
Dolphins whistle. They don't got no 808.
What's the sound that they make?
Nigga said
You
that.
need to
clapping,
pull
it's not
that
an
up.
audience.
What sound do the
Do the
dolphins make?
The Dolphins don't make it clap. There's no audience for the dolphin.
Yeah.
They probably whistle.
What?
I mean, he got to be on YouTube listening to dolphins make love. You know, that's the only place I can see it at the end of the day.
It sound like
Yeah.
this.
How you know this?
I think if anybody knows about dolphins, AB would know about it more because you live in Florida. There's mad dolphins. I see dolphins when I'm in Florida all the time. Now you saying that the dolphins don't make noises?
I mean, they don't got no 808. They're not clapping like an audience. They probably whistling.
Pause.
See, that's why Aaron Rodgers had those weak legs. He couldn't get his legs up on them. He listening to Dolphins make all this shit. That's you bugging out. That's what niggas do. I told you, Killer. I told you niggas go to New York and send a picture.
You say when they go to New York, they do what?
When they go to MetLife, man, they Brett Favre, they send the news. They listen to Dolphins making out. It's therapy now. This mental health right here.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Did you know what's crazy?
Are you questioning his
you know why I love this? It's because you came on this show and show everybody how intelligent you are, how smart you are, and they used to question your mental health. Now you at the point where you could question other niggas' mental health.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I like that
Yo,
shit.
AB,
Yeah,
you questioning Aaron Rodgers' mental health?
It's funny how the tables turn.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah,
touch my head, nigga.
Now niggas acting crazy. AB got to question other niggas' mental health, yo.
Okay, well, let us know your
Dolphin therapy. You need dolphin sex therapy. It's wild.
Dolphin sex therapy is wild.
Now.
I'm gonna have to concur.
Yeah.
very, very, very different. Okay, let us know your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers' practices. When we return, we'll talk about some crazy messages players have received.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here? This woman wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about.
Welcome back. Minnesota Vikings running back Alexander Mattison shared racist messages he received after the team's loss to the Eagles. Some of the DMs came at him with the hard R and told him to move back to Idaho and start selling cars because he was slow and useless. After he explained that, he said that the behavior is unacceptable and that under the helmet, he is a human, a father, and a son, and that it was sick. What are your thoughts on the messages he received?
Baby.
I feel like, anytime you play an entertainment game and people, got some type of connection to it, whether it's about fantasy football, whether it's about any sort of, connection or competitively game, so a lot of emotion go into it. People watch football, they drink alcohol, beer, so they could be intoxicated. They competing against fantasy leagues, against personal relatives. So I think emotionally, when you watch a football game, it's on like Monday, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, every day of the week. So I think it'll definitely make a fan feel like they're more in tune with it. I feel like as a football player, you just got to have these type of blinders on when you play. You can't really focus on what people saying about you. You just got to see your goals, because that's what it is. It's entertainment. Like, that's why they got it on TV. That's why the television deal is the biggest deal. The television deal is about $6 billion a year in 6 months. So players got to understand the emphasis of being on TV and the magnitude of that level.
So you don't think that's unacceptable? You don't think it's
People.
unacceptable?
People gonna say a lot of things under emotional. I feel like as a football player, you can't be checking your DMs. You gotta just see your goals. If you worried about what someone's saying, then you're not gonna be on your game. I had this other player, I signed the killer.
Hold on, we're
last
going to
week,
talk about it later. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, because that's
I'm
how I
jumping the
feel.
gun.
Cam's saying stuff to me, but I came here for a different reason, so I get what you're saying. I'm focused.
Whole shit is
Yeah, as a player, you gotta see your goals, man.
Yeah, as a player, I'm a player. I got to see my goals.
This is just a dude that
Yeah,
didn't
you
see
can't
football
see what-
today. It's cool.
Yeah.
Murder's usually good. He just didn't see nothing today, so he can't answer no questions.
I am answering the
But he
question.
was helping people out today, so I understand he didn't see the Ravens and the Bengals.
It ain't much you can say about a racist DM.
My thing about it is I have to agree with AB to a certain level. It's like this. It's like, yo, and we're older, so we probably care less like what people be saying. And I'd seen DL Hughley say it one time, and people now, because we're in that era, are gonna say is, oh, that's inconsiderate, this, that, and the third. And God bless us, people now that I see move forward, commit suicide and all type of shit. Not football players, just people in general. But I remember DL Hughley made a joke, and he was like, yo, my nephew or somebody talking about they bullying me online, and he like, well, close the computer and you won't get bullied no more. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to getting bullied in real life when we went to school and it was bully face to face and physically hurt you.
Yeah.
Now, because kids are growing up in it and people are growing up in it, it's different because they feel like they have to be online and get information to find out what's going on. Now, whatever it is, I'm more with AB, and I'm not being insensitive about what the football player said or anything like that. But it's like LeBron James says sometimes too. He doesn't even go online during the playoffs. He's focused. Even Shador said that during the week he's not usually online when it's time to get ready, prepare for his games. So when you're a top athlete, not just football, basketball, whatever sport that you're in, sometimes you know this negative stuff's going to come no matter what. And you got to focus, because I'm not saying it's going to be to the magnitude of being racist, but it's going to be negative stuff that happens. If you're sitting at home, and you could go right now, anybody at home right now, and I'm not saying you do or you don't, you go put a porno on. You watch a porno. You go in the comments, it's a nigga disrespecting the porno in the comments. Oh, he could have came on her face. Why he ain't fuck her harder? Why he ain't motherfucker hit it from the back? Yo, what are you complaining about a porno for, my nigga? Ain't you here to bust a nut? Niggas complain about anything. If you got a phone, you got an opinion, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I think people need to be trained before they get on social media, to handle the things that come with it, especially as people become elite sport athletes. Once they hit the NFL, the NBA, I think there's a lot of other training that need to take place, because a lot of people are mentally fragile and they're not able to handle those things off the field a lot of times.
Right. That is a good point. And I feel like a lot of fans have a sense of entitlement to players and even media people in general. Like, I'm sure we've all gotten DMs that we just didn't need to see, but it happens. And I mean, as on his part, it's good that his team and agent, empathized with him. but I see his frustration.
And there's some things that should be off limits, whether you're a fan or not. I remember a lot of the athletes that got into fights with fans because they went a little bit overboard.
Yeah, definitely.
So they got to know
I
that
think
too.
criticism. I feel like criticism comes with achievement. You know what I'm saying? The more achievement you get, the more criticism you're gonna get, and that just comes with being a player. You got to be able to be above it. You know, people. You know, that's what entertainment is. People make an opinion, barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like criticism answer with achievement. You can't worry about what people say. You just got to be able to achieve more, do more.
Yeah.
Because if they ain't talking about it, then it's like, what are you really doing?
Yeah, being from Harlem, you know you got to have pause, extra thick skin.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. And then,
A triple
yeah, that shit is rough. That shit is really rough growing up where we grew up. I'm talking about snapping. You have to know how to snap because they talk about you. See, now a nigga could call you a bitch ass nigga, log off and eat a sugar sandwich. Yeah. You don't know where niggas at in their mama basement or anything. So that's why I don't take a lot of shit personal. Somebody told me today.
Yeah, you gotta have that dick skin. Yeah. I got dick skin.
Yeah, so that's what's up.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause, killer. I got dick skin. You know you get that clean shave, killer?
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta have elephant skin.
yo, wow.
Okay. All right. Well, you know football is back when hostility is in the air. Stephen A. got into Twitter beef with Terrell Owens on the topic of Max Kellerman. Stephen A. said he didn't like working with Max and that they haven't spoken since their first take split. Terrell Owens responded to a video where he told Stephen A. that Max almost seemed blacker than him. On air, Stephen A. told him he crossed the line and responded to Terrell's tweet saying, "You should thank your heavenly father I haven't zeroed in on you with the trifling stuff you tried to pull." And he said he had to ask ESPN what he tried to pull and that Terrell would eventually expose himself. What are your thoughts on their beef?
Yeah, what is he covering? That's what pause we want to know, Stephen A. Just tell us. He's not ducking no punches with you. Tell us what's going on.
Stephen A. said he gonna dedicate a whole segment. I did a little bit of homework on this. Stephen A. said he did a whole segment on he's gonna do a whole segment on his podcast if Terrell keeps it up. And Terrell said, I just seen you last week in Colorado and you ain't say none of this. So what's going on? Which they all was in Colorado last week.
Was there smoke there?
No, everybody was cool. Listen, I don't think nobody gonna have no problem where Prom is at. Don't come there with that bullshit, nobody. And I'm not saying that Stephen A. or Terrell Owens is not about their business, but don't come beefing their Prom shit. And it wasn't no energy like that at all. It was all love last week. I did see that episode live when it actually happened when Terrell Owens told Stephen A. Smith he thinks Max Kellerman is blacker than he is. Stephen A. went off.
Yeah, Stephen A. didn't like that.
Stephen A. went the fuck off. He definitely went off on that shit. And I believe because of podcasts and everything else that's going on, people are asking questions that's raising old feelings about different stuff. And I believe Stephen A., I don't know exactly how, when I was just reading about it, Stephen A. brought up a question about working with Max. Stephen A. has never shied away about his feelings.
What happened with Max?
Look, we had this whole interview on our show. It's the same thing he just talked about on a different show. That's the same thing. He didn't want to work with Max. He didn't feel Max was up to snuff for what he was doing. And he didn't have any hard feelings towards Max. He just didn't want to work with Max anymore. This time he says it again. Terrell Owens chimed in. They're revisiting an old video that they had. And now they're going back and forth on Twitter. And we'll see what happens from there. I don't have an opinion on it. I just think that this is nothing new. It's just about people catching feelings about something that already happened. So we'll see who got more dirt on who. But
but what did he mean by? I need Terrell Owens. If you're watching this, explain what you mean by Max is more blacker than him.
Well, this is what I will say about Terrell Owens, and I don't know if you've seen it. Terrell Owens called you Cap and said that we don't know exactly what you're talking about when he said that you even played you in basketball, let alone let alone hurt you. Yo, he said right?
We was playing in the Crunch. The gym was called Crunch back in the days.
I don't think you would make that up.
It was in Buckhead, you know.
I don't believe.
Sometimes you're so wild you don't remember. Pause. Maybe that's it.
Look, I don't think you would just make that up out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens says, you want to know what
he probably didn't remember it because he probably played.
Listen, I'm going to tell you exactly what he said because I like when you get mad. He said, tell your brother that Beavis and Butthead dude, he don't know what the hell he talking about. Put his money up, and I ain't like it. What we doing? What we want to do?
You know, T.O. can't play with me.
so
T.O., this is not the smoke you want, T.O. This is anthrax, T.O. You better stay with Stephen A. This is not what you want. Not with Coach Slime.
That's what I'm saying. If I ain't like what he put it on Instagram, he going to Beavis and Butthead. Instagram said, Murder ain't see this? I ain't like that. I said, this message will get back to Murder. And he act like he never played you in basketball, man.
Nah, it was a full court game. He was extra wow.
I believe y'all.
As a football player would be playing basketball.
Who makes that up? The T.O.
Yeah.
I'm not even questioning that. I'm 100% believe it. I'm just saying he took it to the gram.
Oh yeah, I don't get no points out of line.
Yeah, so.
But shout out to T.O. Maybe he fixed this thing with Stephen A. because I'm here for it.
We'll see what happens, man. Like I said, this is a bunch of old stuff, and according to Stephen A., he got some dirt on them, so we'll see what happens.
And if you haven't, make sure to check out the Stephen A. episode we did earlier in the year. Okay, so before we go, AB, you started elaborating on something. Did you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's homie's name?
Kadarius Toney.
So Kadarius Toney is the guy who dropped all them passes.
Yeah.
The first game with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And that was the last Monday when AB was up here talking with us about it.
Yeah.
I guess Tony seen the show and he DM'd AB and he told AB, yo, keep my name out your mouth, little bro. And AB responded, shut the fuck up and catch the ball, jit. Or some shit like that. Some shit to that extent. And he called him a jit. And for those in New York, see, I didn't know what a jit was until I moved down south.
Yeah.
I got a place down south. So people in New York and up north who don't know, when you say jit, that's like your son, your nephew, somebody younger than you. So explain this. When you got that DM, AB, how did you feel about that?
I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it just put me in the mind state of what young players, you know what I'm saying? They sit at home, they live and breathe and think the game. So, I know usually when players respond to what other people are saying, they reacting, and that just means they really not focused. So my whole thing was to Tony, like, you got a lot of talent, Tony. Let's keep focused, man. Don't worry about what people say. It's not about what people say. It's about what you do. So, man, do your thing. Shout out to Tony. Stay out my DMs, man. It's pretty much girls. Women be hitting up. You know what I mean? Tony had a win today. I don't know what his stats. Did y'all get his stats today?
He got them five.
He got five receptions.
5 receptions, 35 yards.
Yeah. He
feel like he redeemed himself.
No, I wasn't crazy now. Don't act crazy. And don't act like Kelsey wasn't back and they ain't finished the deal with Chris Jones. So they had the full roster back. But let me ask you this real quick.
He didn't put nothing on the floor.
Let me ask you this real quick before we go and get up out of here. I'm not sure if Mase staff something else to ask. Did y'all have a relationship before that DM?
Nah, I never met this kid.
Okay. But
I know he looked up to me, as being in the analyst role, man, you got to really be cautious what you say because, being a player, I know a lot of guys look up to me. So I never want to come here and speak down on anyone. I just speak in the light of truth, of entertainment, of, being a professional player, what it requires. So I just felt, he probably felt like he looked up to me, that he could come to me, which he can. And I explained to him like, yo, we hold you to highest standard. Killer respect you. We all respect you. you got to earn respect too. It's not about what you say, it's what you do.
Yeah, Killer respect you and you respect him. He got to earn my respect.
My thing is,
earn it. That's what I told him.
The thing about it is, even being in this role that we're in now, because I know it's hard to sit up and be an athlete and listen to criticism, but at the end of the day, people, look, listen, this is what I'll say about me, and I never played basketball on the level of professional or even Division I for that matter. But I never understood basketball until I stopped playing basketball. And the reason I say that, because I was so emotionally invested in the basketball that I couldn't take myself outside of it to see things that I may have been doing wrong, or I'm not practicing on, or why are you fighting in the middle of a game when it's a basketball game, not a fight. And when I stopped playing basketball and I see other players doing stuff that I used to do, I'll be like, yo, that's stupid. Why is he fighting? Why is he not working on his left hand? Why is he not working on the mid-range game? Whatever it was, I didn't realize that till I stopped playing. Because 9 out of 10 times, you athletes, I'm talking about on the professional level, been really good since y'all was 6, 7 years old. So y'all don't know anything else but greatness since the time you were 6, 7 years old, especially somebody who makes it to the highest of highest levels. They didn't start at 17, 18 years old. So this is their whole life. So sometimes when you got somebody from the outside looking in at what you do and you criticize, like, oh, he don't understand this and he don't understand that. Sometimes we may understand it from a, not going to say better than you, but from a different perspective, because you're so emotionally invested on what you're doing that you may not be able to see something that we do.
That's actually an excellent point, Cam.
Right.
You're getting smarter day by day.
Am I right?
You're right.
Okay, thank you.
You're definitely right. I was looking like, he's really starting to get it. No, that's the truth. Actually, you're right. When you're outside of it, you can see it better. So you're seeing things that they cannot see because they're so emotionally invested. So you weren't actually like off at all on that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you also, AB, for your insight this week. You're always definitely a true asset to this show. I'm so happy that people get to see you in a different light, and we're looking forward to seeing you hopefully again next week. I don't know what you and Le'Veon got going on in Detroit. Now, if we see y'all with a 10-day contract and some crazy shit, and you ain't tell us, we going to be mad about that.
I still ain't get my pants back. You know, I got my phone.
Hey, yo,
still need the pants.
What was that about? Hey, before we go, pause. So we seen the video of you in the middle of somewhere giving your pants away to somebody off your ass. Pause. What was that about?
You know what I'm saying? I was in the leather stitch and it had my pants had ripped, but the kid kept asking me like he wanted to put that shit on. So I had to take it off so he could put that shit on. I give him a custom one-on-one fit. You know what I'm saying? Killer, when you used to be having that Dipset chain,
you ain't right.
That was like, wanted to be in the designer superhero look, so I gave it to him.
Pause.
It wasn't no polyester too. Killer, I know you probably got on polyester drawers. Pause. You need to be in more cotton so you could keep your testosterone up. You was real sensitive. They was talking to you crazy. Like, you can't get sensitive. You Killer. How you get emotional?
First of all, pause
how
the
do
whole
you know
shit.
Killer got on polyester drawers?
No, but when did I get sensitive, When?
Somebody was talking to you before the show. I'm like, Killer, look, I couldn't really hear, but I was seeing.
On the phone. Yeah. Now I think we're talking about that. Yeah.
You got still angry time, Killer.
Nah. When nigga take your money,
send you a pair of drawers. I need you to put that shit on.
We don't
got our relationship that got too comfortable at this point, nigga. No. We done got too cool. We done got too cool. I see y'all.
Killer gave me a big bonus last week now.
Okay, well, very interesting.
So let me get this correct. Killer sent you a bonus, and now you sending him underwear. Is that what we're doing on It Is What It Is?
Pause. This per brotherhood, no suspectism. This is all high quality. You can't have a pair of drawers to go at the pink horsepower.
Okay.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I hear you. It's crazy, but we'll figure it out next episode. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for tuning into today's episode. AB, thank you for being here. And as always, it is what it is.
what you want, nigga. Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.